Almost Shabbat Shalom. Hello, everyone. So this is, hello, everyone. Welcome. Almost Shabbat Shalom. It is Friday afternoon. It is sunny and summery here in La La Land. This is the throat chakra. I was going to say T, but no. It's throat chakra sound ball. And throat many times is referred to as a separate chakra on its own. While it is a bridge for all the other elements to come through or not to come through. And so the throat chakra will be reflected and it'll be affected. So if I do say, if I do express all my other elements in beautifully harmonious places, then the throat chakra will thrive and will amplify, like an amplifier, like the old days amplifier, will amplify everything. But if I don't, and there is something that is holding me back, or something that is holding me back is usually I'm holding me back. Realize that we are holding ourselves back, not somebody else. Somebody else can be a trigger to hold us back. But we are actually doing the action of hold back, or the not action of letting go, or flow, allowing flow. So the throat chakra is a bridge. And it is a bridge also to express love, or to express understanding, and to express many things that we use as communication between us. And this is where this portion of this week is. The portion of this week is Korach. Now, in Kabbalah, this month that we are in now has to do with the issue of sight, everything that we see on the external. Right? So this portion is about Korach, who was a very, very, very rich person. Actually, there are some Hebrew sayings that older, more in the 80s and 90s, that if somebody was very rich, they say, oh, Ashir Korach. They are rich as Korach. He was a very rich person, very respected, part of the priests that were serving the temple. And he decided to do a coup on Moses because, you know, when you have a lot of money, you get cocky, and when you get cocky, you want power, and when you have power, you want more power. That's the source, that's the nature of having, many times, that kind of power. So it's like, why are you appointing your family members to do everything, and why, you know, we deserve to be in that status, in that state. Now, so they organized the coup, and there was a list of people that were participating in this coup. And after the disaster, after Korach had his own disaster, one person's name is omitted, and that one person's name is On Ben Pelet. And I talk about this every time we're coming to this portion, but every time I try to see a different angle of what's transpired and how we can take from that. How can we benefit from that? And it really has to do with the power of the feminine, the power of woman, and the power in the sense of, you know, sometimes power is not putting something or afflicting or being strong. Somebody who's being strong is also able to receive. Somebody who is able to absorb. And so in this case, we're talking about the Bina. And a woman was born, as we know, with an extra Bina. So if we look at the tree of life, we have Chokhmah, Bina, Da'at, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And the woman has an extra understanding. It's a built-in. It's just like a woman has ovaries and men don't, generally. It's just spiritually the way the construct is. So there is one name that was omitted. And this is On Ben Pellet. And he talks about that this guy, he was an accountant, and his wife told him, listen, you're going to do this school against Moses. What good are you going to get out of it? Are you going to get any promotions? No, I'm an accountant. I'll be an accountant. She says, so why are you putting yourself into somebody else's fights? Let them fight. Are you angry with Moses? No, I'm not angry with Moses. So she said, but they're coming to take me. We're supposed to go now to the coup meeting, to the town meeting, so to speak. She said, let me take care of that. She gave him some wine. She gave him some food. She sent him to sleep. As the posse comes along to pick up all the people that were agreed to participate, as they come around the corner of some of the tents, the wife of On Ben Pellet, she decided to sit outside of the tent. She took out her head covering. At that time, if you're married or you have to have a head covering, and she started combing her hair. So at that time, while they were crooked and all this kind of stuff, they still had some kind of a dignity. So when they saw her hair, they were combing her hair, they turned around. They turned around and they went, and the story is that they went, they confronted Moses, and then the earth opened itself, and all the people that were with Korach, their family, all the people that went with them went down the ground. So here you have two stories of two wives tales. Okay, the first of Korach. So, right, with the words and with the intention, you can go both ways. So the wife of Korach instigated him. She said, "Yes, go, do this. He deserved that. I'm behind you. I'm behind you. I'm behind you. Go now." What man doesn't want to hear his wife saying, "I'm behind you"? But it depends what the actions are. And one of the qualities of a connected feminine is to be connected to the bina, to be connected to the understanding, to take the picture as the man presents it, because many times men operate from emotional place and sometimes short-sighted places, so they would see things as they are and would operate according to that. That's why it's like they do this, women have the potential of a broader understanding. And that's what the wife of On Ben Pellet did. So one wife sent her husband and herself and all her family to the doom, and the other wife, actually with a little, I wouldn't say politics, but a little bina, little understanding of the game. She's able to take something and to make it sweeter, although it may appear as bitter at first. And so do you live according to this, or do you live according to that? Do you live according to a build-up, or to live according to a destruction? And this is this point of how do you live and how do you love? So when you have two people coming together and there is a dissonance, not to say that the man doesn't have the power and doesn't have the wisdom and understanding to do that, but actually, and that is shown, actually women have a greater capacity to withhold things, to sustain things, to boom. That's how we're built. It's not an invention. So this is kind of this can turn in any aspect of our lives, with any situation, whether it is relationships, whether it is work, to operate be a little mischievous. The motto of the Mossad, the Israeli Mossad, is "B'tachabulot ta'aseh lecha milchama." If you want to win something, don't just go and just find the words and find a way to do things. And then when you have a harmonious connection, then each person recognizes their place and their responsibilities and their strengths and their weaknesses. And weaknesses not in a week, but in comparison, because everything is in comparison. When you're alone, everything is fine. But when you're with two people, you have this wavy play, right? There's this wavy play. So this is how one can, or two actually, can navigate this universe and the universe within us. And when there is anger or when there is strife, words can soothe or actions can soothe the other side to bring back to an equilibrium, and then from there to continue. So that's it. Have a wonderful Shabbat. Love seeing you again, and I'll be here soon. Bye-bye.